Howdy folks, you're back with Big CheeZ. Hi. Okay, it's been a few days since I've done any recording. I've been back at work for like a week. Unfortunately closing up my store, so I won't be back in work for a while now. But unfortunately Corona kind of forced a few stores to close, as we know. If you've visited, didn't do that well out of it. My store is closed down. I know, it sucks, doesn't it? But it means I get to do this more. So there's a silver lining for everything, isn't there? And who knows what the future can hold for that kind of thing. So, you know, one door closes, another door opens, right? Positive attitude, yeah. Okay, so if you're here, then it's not just hear me talk, it's to actually hear, you know, we're getting into an Assassin's Creed game. Now, if you already watched the video I put up a few days ago for Assassin's Creed 1, I'm sorry, okay? If you haven't watched that, then fantastic, I spared you the, torment of that video. That video, right, I was quite happy with how it came out first. I watched it a couple more times, I played the game a bit longer, and it doesn't really work for how I'm gonna do the game. Okay, now I'm gonna edit the first game kind of like this, so let me know what you think of it. I may use this again for other games, I don't know. If you guys don't like how this kind of looks, then please post it in the comments and I will get through it as quick as possible. But for this game, it kind of needs to be done like this. I don't want to leave out the story for Assassin's Creed 1. I don't want it to just be my face either. But unfortunately, the game has been, how do I put this politely? Screwed. it's not there anymore. I mean, like, I was 15 when I first played it. Yeah, the reason why, by the way, if you didn't see the first video, I'm kind of planning a mega playthrough from Assassin's Creed 1 all the way up to Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is the latest game, before Valhalla comes out in October. I'm a huge fan of the Assassin's Creed series. I love it. I love the storytelling. I love the depth in there. I'm a huge history buff, so being able to kind of go into these places and see them, because the Ubisoft guys, they put a lot of attention to detail into this. They make sure that everything looks of the period, the clothing, the where people act, the buildings, the landmarks, everything in there is so beautiful. And it's every one of the games that I've played for it, it's been fantastic. It's a wonderful experience to play these games. The stories they tell, you can really lose yourself into, get invested in, and like for someone like me who loves history, the things that they reference and stuff like that, I look into them afterwards, and it's so interesting finding out about stuff like that. And they do try and, it is a game, it is, a complete work of fiction. They do take things and then they run with them. So there is a lot of these games that, like, if we started off on the last one, you'd be looking at it like, the hell does all this go together? This is why we're kind of doing it from the start, all together, okay? Now, what I was saying is, the first game is screwed, okay? They haven't remastered the first one. They've remastered, unfortunately, number 2, 3, and 4, which is what we'll get on to next, and hopefully we'll be able to do an actual Let's Play of that together, like we have been for every other game. But for the first one, I kind of have to do it like this. For a few reasons. The game, it glitches quite a lot. Okay, there's a lot of parts in the game where if I'll have to kind of close it several times, and I'll still get weird bits where his robes are standing up on end for some reason. Everyone's robes are standing up on end for some reason. Or there's a kind of iconic part in this game where you jump off any tower or anything like that. If you're jumping towards a hay bale, he'll do something called a leap of faith. Okay, he'll just jump, run, jump, dive, and he'll do it'll be a very cool thing. It's a very cool jump. And you will see it, and it goes through every game. Now, what's supposed to happen is you land in the hay bales, okay, and throughout the game, you'll be thinking, God damn, it's like good that you aim for that hay bale, you hit it right on every single time. In this game, that's been buggered, because every time I land on the hay bale sometimes, it will kill me. It just kills me. And that's meant to be one of the main things of these games, and for so long, it was pissing me off. Just, like, it'd be random, Russian roulette with a hay bale. Am I going to survive this one? No, okay, fair enough. That's, 5 out of 6 that I die. One time, it helps. Yeah, but stuff like that, okay? And also for the first one, there's a lot of repetition. A hell of a lot of repetition. You save, for example, 12 citizens per district. There are 3 districts per town. There are 3 towns, okay? A lot of citizens to save. And they are pretty much exactly the same every time you're saving a citizen. There might be a few more guards there. And don't worry, you will see bits of combat in this. There will be actual parts in the game in this. It's not just me talking the whole time. But, it'll be the same 4 lines divided between those, 90 plus citizens. And it's boring as hell, okay? climbing the towers and stuff like that, especially when they don't work properly for the diving off part, is not that fun. Okay, and the investigations are pretty much identical every time. One of them that you do is pickpocketing whatever from your target. All you have to do is wait 2 seconds, then you go up behind them and pickpocket it. That's all it is. It's the same thing every single time. There's no real level of difficulty change either. That I make, can't really be fixed in a remaster, but there's a lot of this game that's kind of, if I went back and played it now, if I was brand new to the series and I watched someone play the Assassin's Creed games and I wanted to go and play them, if I played the first one, I would be so pissed with it, so angry with it by this point that I would not go on to the next games. Okay, the only reason that I'm carrying on with this is because I do love the series already. Okay, playing this game would make me want to kill somebody. At points, I was so angry, and it was like such a point of like, right, I've taken down the video. Do I just start on number 2? No, okay, because there is a lot of story in the first one that we kind of have to go over. It's the base for the whole game, and we're gonna do this right, damn it. So, and there should be videos around me at this point if I've edited it right. Let me know what you think of the editing, please. I'm doing it for this one because of how this game is kind of turning out, not so much for Let's Play as I've played and here we go, okay? But, these are our prime suspects around me. So around me for the first one, we have Tamir, the black market merchant. He is a weapons dealer. We have Talal, who is the slave merchant. And we have Garnet del Plus, who is the surgeon, okay? These 3 represent the kind of bedrock of the Templar plot, I should say, in 1189, the time of the Third Crusades. This is when this game is set. You play as Altair, badass of the Assassin Order, who, bit cocky, bit up himself, doesn't think he has to obey by any of the tenets of the creed, which are don't kill any innocent, remain discreet, and do not endanger the clan, do not endanger the assassins, all of which he violates in the first bit of the game that you play. So that's great. It causes the master of the assassins, Al-Mualim, to stab you with a blade to simulate death, to make you feel like you're dying. You come back, hopefully, you're going to be a bit less big-headed. You're really not. But he has demoted you in rank down to the lowest of the assassins. You must obey all of your brothers. If anyone tells you to do something, you're damn well about to do it. I know, fun, right? But it doesn't quite curb like Altair's arrogance or anything like that straight away. That comes much later on. I know, it's a real feel-good story, isn't it? But like I said, around me we have 3 targets. Okay, so you travel off to 3 different cities to assassinate these people. Okay, you find out a little bit about them, about where they're going to be. You do these investigations, like I said. You'll pickpocket from these people, say a map or something like that. You'll do an eavesdropping event, which is literally just sit on a bench, look at the target, hit a button, and then that's it. Okay, they're not exactly the most thrilling of things. This is why we're not doing them together, because if I was doing them with you, I'd be sat there. It's a lot of talking from just the game, okay? And damn it, that's what you come to me for. There is some good bits of action in this, but the combat in this game kind of really... The first game shows off how good storytellers they are from the Ubisoft guys, okay? All of the studios that have kind of touched any of the games, they are fantastic storytellers. The first game is just them getting kind of their hand in it. This was back in 2007. I was 15 years old. I fell in love with these games. It may have looked like this back then, but I was playing on it on PlayStation, and I can be damn sure that the hay bales did not kill me as much. Combat though, it's a very simple thing in this. It's just, there are counter moves for it. You can stand there blocking, and as long as you're quick with a counter, you can kill everybody. Doesn't matter how many enemies get stacked against you, it's not too difficult. And that's kind of one of the things that makes this very repetitive, very hard to turn into a Let's Play that we could kind of watch together. But the next games get it right, I can promise you that, okay? But you go around, you do these investigations, you'll go back to your Assassin's Bureau, you'll go back to the master there, and he will say, yes, you can go for the target, okay? So, here now, I hope, if I get this right, you will see the hunt for Tamir, okay? So Tamir represents the black market side of things, okay? He is a dealer in weapons. He supplies weapons to both sides in the Third Crusade. So you have Saladin on one side and you have King Richard on the other, okay? He is making money out of both. And he is also the supplier of weapons for the Templar Order, okay? Now this assassination is not that hard, as you will see. It's literally just sneak up behind him and stabby stab, okay? Then run away. Again, not very hard for these ones, alright? This is, yes, the first one in the game, and the game does do a lot of tutorial stuff for the first game. I think they kind of, expected to do quite a lot of games for this, because they don't really do a whole lot of tutorial stuff later on. Or they get better at it, maybe, I think that's what it is. But yeah, Tamiya represents the weapon side of things. Okay, nice and easy for it, not too bad. That kind of time, they need a weapons dealer. Everyone needs a blade back then. Anyone can stab you, sneak up behind you, shing, little hidden blade in the back. But yeah, okay, nice and easy for that one. Our next one, yeah, we'll do it in the same place, I suppose, is Talal. Okay, Talal is the slave merchant. Now, he is a slave merchant, he makes quite a lot of money out of it, on the side anyway. But for the Templar Order, he represents something else, and it's kind of the bigger part of what Templars stand for. The game is set in 2 different time zones, okay? So you're playing as Altair in 1188. You're also playing as Desmond Miles in 2012. Desmond Miles has been taken by the Templar Order at the time, which is hidden behind a front called the Abstergo Corporation. Abstergo Corporation is primarily a pharmaceutical company, but it does also have its hand in quite a lot of tech stuff. Okay, that is where they have created the Animus machine. The Animus machine is a way of viewing your ancestors' memories. They believe that, for example, birds flying south for the winter, it's not just instinctual, it's not just as simple as that, it's that they know it because their ancestors always did it, and that memories are passed down through DNA. They believe that because Desmond, his bloodline links back all the way through all these assassins, which play a bigger part in a lot of these games that we'll get into later on, his bloodline links back through them. He's very important. He's a very easy one to kind of use to find out where all these pieces of Eden are. Okay, pieces of Eden represent a huge amount of power to the Templar Order. They represent a whole lot of power back then too. The pieces of Eden, they will come into a lot of the other games. There'll be different pieces of Eden. The one for the first game is called the Apple of Eden, and represents something that can create illusions and control a lot of people's minds. Quite easily why a bad organisation would want that kind of thing. The Templar Order in present day, or should I say 2012, sorry, wants it to put into a satellite and control everybody on on a global scale, actually. They have good intentions later on, kind of like but the means in order to get to it, and it's the same throughout the whole game. Back in 1188 as well, they seek to kind of take away chaos. They seek to take away war, famine, everything like that, but they don't want to give anyone a choice on it. And it's the same thing back in 1188. They want to take away everyone's choice, which is where Tamiya comes into it. They're taking people who are destitute, sick, broken, people from who have been injured in war, whatever it has to be, desperate people, okay, ready to give up anything to have a bit of hope. Tamiya takes these people and he brings these people to Garnier. Okay, Garnier represents their kind of indoctrination side of things. So this is kind of very early on for the sort of Templar Order for this stuff. Some of the games later on go back further than this before the Templar Order kind of comes into its own, I suppose. The Garnier represents someone he indoctrinates a lot of the people who Tamiya brings and turns them into hard, fiercely loyal soldiers of the Templar Order. Kind of easy, right? And Garnier de la Pluce's assassination was a little bit trickier. It wasn't too bad, to be fair. You go through the game, if you do all the save the citizens and stuff like that, you get access to a few different things. You get access to scholars who you can use as blend spots. Now, remove blend spots, you stand in between them. Because you're dressed like them, you blend with them, and they're happy to walk around and be used as entries into buildings and stuff like that. You can get past guards and whatever. We use this scholar group to get close to Garnier and just sneak up behind him and stabby. Again, there's a lot of stabby in this game, there really is. To get rid of the targets, you have to use the hidden blade on them. You can't do anything else to them. Later on, the games kind of let you kill them a little bit more how you want to, and later on the games kind of give you a lot more scope, I guess, on being able to kill them in different ways. It likes to encourage you to complete memory sequences completely and fully. But with the first game, it kind of ran out of reasons to do that quite early on, because they do it for a case of you can get health out of it. You get 15 sections or save X amount of citizens, scale X amount of buildings. You get closer and closer to getting segments of health back. Sorry. That's helpful, but once you hit 20 segments of health, it doesn't go up any further. And you get 1 segment of health every single time you complete a whole memory sequence anyway. So, you know, it's kind of not helpful for that. But later on in the games, they give you a lot, you know, you learn something, you can get through this way or something like that. And it gives you a lot more, I guess, reason to do that sort of thing. Because it helps you out a lot more for it. Which is great, it helps out a lot more. But the first game, it has a hell of a lot going for it, okay? If the game does get remastered and goes onto whatever, PlayStation, do not go with the one on Ubisoft store now. It is full of, it's got so buggy, it is anger-inducing, okay? Do not go near it. Whether you're new or you're old to the Assassin's Creed series, I love the game so much, I really do. But this one, really, I was so close to just, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. The games are fantastic, but we finished this one off being back with Warren Vinnick and Lucy Stillman. Lucy is a double agent for the Assassins, which we find out later on, okay. Lucy has been a part of Abstergo for a long time, trying to find out more about the Templar Order. Yeah, I know, spooky. Or dangerous, whatever. She will later on help Desmond to get out. Desmond got taken. He is an assassin who doesn't want to be. He ran away from the Assassins a long time ago, trying to get away, trying to have a normal life, as things never really happened there. Warren Vinnick has been part of the Templars, and he is Templar through and through, and he is trying to find the location of more pieces of Eden, which is where Altair's memory come into it. As we fight, as we get through it, the idea on the 2012 side of things is that you can't just jump into someone else's memory, an ancestor's memory. You have to work your way up to it to have a stable memory there. It's not just something you can just dive straight into. You have to kind of build up to it. And that's where the kind of 9 titles come in. And it's kind of a good story method for it. Like, you know, it's their own technology. They can do whatever they want for it. But it's nice that you can't just, you know, I'm there. Awesome. Okay. But the next side of things is that he's trying to get Desmond up to the point where he can look at the last memory and see where the other pieces of Eden are, which is great for them. We don't really want that to happen, but we don't know what we're doing yet, okay? Desmond doesn't know what's going to happen at the end. He doesn't even know at this stage of these assassinations what is going on. He doesn't know that he's been taken by the Templars, but that's something that you guys get to know before he does, so that's nice. But next episode, guys, we'll get on to a couple more of the assassinations. We'll do a bit more story stuff. There'll only be a couple of these episodes, and we'll kind of move on to the next game as soon as possible. Okay. But I hope you've enjoyed this one all the same. I'm back on recording properly now that work's kind of done with, and I get to spend more time with you guys, so that's really nice. Okay. And like I said, let me know what you think of this kind of editing. I haven't really done anything before where it's just talking to you guys, so I don't know. But it's been kind of nice, actually. It's been a bit more of a chat, which is more, and it's focused on you rather than the game and you. So, and I get focused more on you. So that's wonderful. But I've been Big CheeZ, guys. It's been lovely recording with you guys again. I hope you are staying happy, staying fun, and staying kind out there. And staying cheesy, most of all. Thank you to everyone who is supporting the channel. Thank you to all the new people who have joined it. We are very close to 50. And fully then. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying, sorry. I'm excited, I really am. Thank you to everybody, new and old. Keep sharing, keep liking the videos, keep commenting on what you think of what's going on. And new games come up, let me know what your favourite characters and stuff like that will come up to be. But yeah, I will see you very soon, guys, for some more Assassins. And not many more like this, I promise. Bye, guys.